After buying our third house, it was really exciting that first year. And then as we moved into the second year, suddenly these properties behind me became available. That's 18 flats here. We were housing 9, so it meant we could house double the amount we were housing. We'd only spent 219,000. These were 250,000 to buy. We didn't have the money, but we negotiated with the landlord that what we would do is we would lease them for a year and then we would buy them. So we were quite excited, and going home that night I felt quite pleased. There were 7 people living here. It meant we had 11 flats that were empty, and we could put people in that were living under the pier, and away we'd go. So really quite an exciting evening, and I went home really delighted, went to bed, peace in my heart. And I don't know if you've ever gone from one extreme of high in faith to actually rock bottom, but that's what happened to me, because the next day I got up and I decided I'd go and view our new property. And when I arrived here at 7:30 in the morning, the whole place was cordoned off and the police were here. And I got out of the car and I said to the policeman, "What's happened?" He said, "There's 2 people been murdered in here last night, evidently over a drug-related problem, and they've been murdered." Well, you can imagine how I felt. How would you feel? You just committed yourself to spending £250,000, which you hadn't got, and now you got 2 people murdered in here. I thought to myself, no one will want to live there now. So what did I do? Got in my car, went home, fell down on my knees by my bedside and moaned at the Almighty. I said, "God, what do you think you're playing at?" Now, it's not very often I feel God speaks to me, but on that particular morning, I felt God speak to me. So I'm saying, "God, what do you think you're playing at?" And suddenly I feel the voice of God say, "Do you think I do not know what I am doing with my business?" And suddenly I felt rebuked. I was talking to the Almighty. Who was I to question what He was doing? And He said, "I'm going to turn back the corner of my plan so you can see what I'm planning, not what you're planning." And the Lord spoke to me and said, "You have just invaded the darkest place in your town for the kingdom of light. And I'm going to turn this place into a kingdom of heaven place, not a kingdom of darkness place." Well, you can imagine how I felt at that moment in time, that God actually had a plan for this place. And I tell you, this is one of the best properties we've got. It's like a family. The 18 people that live here live as a community. They're not the best of people in the world, but they're not the worst. They're improving day by day. And I bless God that He gave us a place that was a place of darkness, that now is a place of light and serving the kingdom of heaven.